Hi everyone. I'm not sure when I'm going to send you this tutorial, but it might be a week before Christmas or it might be 2 weeks before Christmas. Um, so I'm hoping that you'll get some of these done in time to send cards, or maybe I'll send it next week. Anyway, so I've got some black card here. You could do it on any coloured card, but black is the best one. I know it's unusual to send a Christmas card that's black, but the reason is so that you can paint these mandala snowflake images, which are really amazing. Okay, so all I've done is I've got a sheet of A4 black card. I picked up 10 sheets from, I think it was from the range or something, for £1. You can get them in Tesco, all over the place, local art shops, just card, black card. And I folded an A4 sheet in half, and then I cut that in half again. So basically you're getting to, so that was my A4 sheet, like this, and I fold it in half and then I cut it into two. So you get two cards which are in portrait. Now you can move them so that they're in landscape, but I like to use them in portrait. Okay. So they're quite quick. Once you get going, you can put the telly on and you can just dot away. It's a bit like crocheting and knitting or whatever, embroidery. It's quite rhythmic, and as long as you draw, you cut your designs out, you're just following a line. So it's something that you could knock out quite quickly. I did a couple just earlier on. Really quite lovely cards. Okay, you will need one of these sets. Now I got this online. I've just realised my mic is down there. I hope it's picked up the sound. They're called nail art pens, and sorry about that. I ordered these online and I got them this morning, and I just wanted to have a play with them really. I bought these. This is what I wanted, but these came free with these. And I think the set was like £4.99 or something. The reason why I bought them online was because I went to Carmarthen the other day and I couldn't find them in any of the pound stores, or the cheap stores. That's normally where they sell them, in the nail varnish section. I did a little video on YouTube about them, but they've got metal ends on them and they've got little bobbles on the end. And a student of mine brought them in and said they were really useful for putting masking fluid on. And I thought, yeah, they're ideal for this job as well. So I got myself a set. And thankfully, I got these as well. And these are great because there's about 15 brushes in there, all detailed brushes, which are really difficult to get hold of. So bargain. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to paint some more cards, and I'll send you a few designs so you can have a play. So just get yourself a pack of cheap black card, and then all we're doing is we're going to draw some lines. I don't know whether you can see that on there, but we'll draw some lines in pencil and then you'll follow those. Okay, and then hopefully you'll have a lovely set of Christmas cards to send to all your friends and family. Okay, last week we did bookmarks, didn't we? So you've got bookmarks and Christmas cards, so you should be sorted. And I think the deadline for postage, my daughter's got a job in the local post office, so she's sort of keeping us up to date for deadlines and things like that, but I think it's like the 20th or something like that of December, so you've got plenty of time to produce some cards. Okay, next week, I don't know what I'll send you, but something will happen next week, and that'll be Christmas week. So like I said, don't feel pressured to do these master classes. Just copy the link into a Word document and keep a list, and then you can go and do them in January. Alright, but obviously do Christmas cards. Although you might not want to do Christmas cards, you might want to just make a set of thank you cards or birthday cards or whatever. They're equally as pretty in multicoloured. I just wanted to do ones that looked a bit like snowflakes. Alright, okay. Hope you're all well, and the next bit you'll see me setting up is how to set the cards up. Okay, bye. Okay, so here we are with our Christmas cards. Like I said, it was an A4 piece of card. that I folded down the middle and then I cut into 2 bits. So that's 2 cards done for me. Okay, so you can see they're really, really beautiful. So I've got 2 more here, and I don't know whether you can see, but I've just drawn, I'm hoping that you can see that, I've just drawn some lines. I did a cross, and then I did diagonals from corner to corner, and then I split those in half. And then with this one, I just did something very similar. I did a cross and diagonals again, and then I split each bit into smaller bits. Okay, and I'm going to start painting this now. Now, you can do this using acrylic paint. I'm just going to zoom in a bit because this is one of the designs here, and I will send you these pictures as well. These are just snowflake designs here, so you can copy those as and when you please. Okay, so I can't remember what I was saying now. Okay, yes, that's what I was saying. Acrylic. So you can use acrylic paint, white acrylic, watered down. I've got some, but I've got gouache here. So it's up to you. Use what you've got, but I really like using gouache, and it also leaves a very matte finish, which I really like. I just need to add a little drop of water to it so it goes into like a single cream consistency. Okay, I'm just wiping the excess off on my brush, and I'm going to pick up some of these nail art pens, and I'm going to start using, which ones did I use? This one. So like I said, the nail art pens have different sized nodules on the end. See, that one's really, really tiny. I don't know whether you can see that in your camera. So I'm going to start with the biggest end, and all I do is just dip in, and you're just following the lines really. I mean, you can make it up as you're going along, but it's up to you really what you do. If you want bigger circles than what you've got on your end, you just work in a circle. But I'm just going to, so each time you need to pick up some more paint. And what the idea is that you work around your middle section with in symmetry in some form. I mean, you could go random. Who cares really if it's if it's random? It's up to you. But I just wanted to show you how to achieve the symmetry. So each time you're dipping in and going back to the line that you want to make a mark on. So I'm going to go down here now with a small, a large, and then a small. And I'm going to go back up here. I'm going to try and work the same distance. So small, large, small. This may take a while for you to get your head round, and you'll find that you do the sort of experimentation on the first card and sort of getting to know your tools and things like that. Now what happens if you don't have these tools, or if you don't want to buy them? Well, you can use a brush. It's just a little bit more fiddly to use a brush. Okay, so then we go up the projections. So I'm going to go to the middle one. I'm going to do a series of dots. So this is where you can be as creative as you want to be. So middle, go back to the middle of that section and make sure you work on the same. Doesn't matter if the dots vary in size that much, but make sure that you do roughly the same. So 3, 6, 8, 3, 6, 9, 10. So I need 2 more there. So I'm working in tens. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that seems to be a lot more than that. Let's put another one there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So really, you can see the symmetry coming out, can't you, already? So just be as careful as you possibly can, keeping these things equal and symmetrical. Alright, so at the end of each one of those I'm going to put a really big circle. And you can see how easy it is with these pens. Because they're a solid structure and they haven't got the give in them like a brush has, they tend to be much more forgiving and they carry the paint, even though you have to keep dipping back. It's a bit like using an ink pen. It's a really easy method to work with. Okay, some big ones in here, I think. How far down? About there. There. And then the same here. I think we'll go halfway between there and there. There. So it does take a little bit of focus just to get things in the right place, but once you get going you're off really, which is nice. Just quite rhythmic. Work with graduation and get smaller and larger as you're coming away from the center of the snowflake that you're creating. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on time lapse. Yeah, I need to do that one as well, don't I? So that you can see this sped up a bit. How many did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a little bit of counting involved. And you can also turn the work like this. It makes it easier. So turn. Have I done them all now? No, that one needs doing. Turn the work towards you as you rotate things. Yeah. Okay. So keep going like that, using various sized. I mean, if you're just using brushes, use various sized brushes, and use brushes that are round brushes rather than pointed detail brushes. Because if you've got a round edge, you're more likely to get a round mark on your surface. Experiment with the brushes that you've got. Okay, I'm going to put this on time lapse, and then you can see it's speeded up, and I'll probably do a couple in front of you so that you get the idea of how it works, and some inspiration, and hopefully you can produce your own cards. The good thing about this is that you can, like I said, do it in colour. You don't have to stick with white. You can also do it in glitter, which is lovely. So if you just use glue and then sprinkle glitter on, that looks really great. You can make present tags as well for your presents. So just cut your paper up smaller and do small ones. Okay, enjoy. So there we have it. A couple more designs there for you to have a go at. One there, one there. Funny how they come in and out of focus. They look really great, actually. What I'll do is I'll photograph them as a collection, and then you can see how they work. Okay, and then I'll include a sheet of extra ideas if you want to vary them a little bit more. You can always photograph them and print them in multiples if you wanted to. That's always an option. So if you want to do like multiple tags, if you just photograph and then multiple print them onto one sheet of paper, then that will produce multiple tags. Alright, and you can put sheets of thin card through a printer. Well, I can with mine. I use thin white card and thin black card all the time. So think about, well, you could use colours, but obviously when you come to print something on white onto a red card, then obviously that's going to affect the colour of the white. Alright, enjoy. I hope that they appeal to you. I know that not everybody wants to make cards, so you don't necessarily have to make cards. Let me just show you something that I've just spotted. It's a bit dusty, but I made this a long time ago and I brought it into Carmarthen. But this is just a circular piece of hardboard that came in a bit of packaging in a box that I had. And again, I just did a geometric pattern, and it's supposed to look like a diamond. So you could use something like this, and you can buy circular canvases now, but I have used the insides of pizza boxes, because pizzas come on a circular piece of card, and as long as it's not too greasy, and you can use the other side, you can coat it with a bit of white paint and paint onto it, or black paint. So you could replicate these ideas onto a real surface and actually give them away as paintings and things like that. Okay, so have some fun, and I will see you next week. I hope the build up to Christmas is good for you. Next week should be the Monday after Boxing Day, so like I said, if you're too busy to do these, just cut and paste them and save them for later. And I hope you have a great Christmas week. Okay, Merry Christmas everybody, bye!